Greetings, friends. This has more weight to it than you think. I agree, but let's get into it a little bit deeper. We are in a time right now, I tell you, the language that we have started using and normalizing for self-advocacy, for feelings, emotions, conflict, so many powerful conversations. And we now have language and spaces to use these conversations. And this applies across the board. I've had a few people kind of like tell me, you're like what woke would be had they not gone to the extreme. And they don't mean it in a negative way necessarily, but let's talk about the reality of that statement for a second, knowing where the evolution of these conversations and spaces to have these conversations has come from. So we have an entire group of people who, hey, we're self-advocating for ourselves and we're doing it with passion and drive, and we can articulate in ways that we never could before. And the generations before us denied the ability to do that. It wasn't denial. It was those skill sets weren't there yet. It wasn't culturally acceptable. We're in this gray fluid area where it's becoming culturally acceptable. And yes, that's going to create a lot of resistance. But that's how it works. That's how the social evolution works. Where are we now? We have severe extremes, and they're extremes because you have digital communicators who are used to immediate gratification, God complex with controlling their screens, aggressive communication as a normalized style of bringing contradiction into the conversation. People who don't know how to debate, they only know how to blame and shift and hate. Hold that resentment. You have an entire extreme of people, and they seem loud because the algorithms make them loud. And then we have other people who are they're trying to get there. They love to get there. We want to learn. We want to get there together. We want to be there. It's the part of this conversation. After 30, 40 years of not being able to advocate for myself, it feels good to be able to, but I can't because I'm not at this extreme with them yet. And they don't like me trying to work through my complex emotions and sense of understanding, and so they're going to weaponize every attempt I have to do that against me because they are used to their form of aggressive communication and control and manipulation. That's a problem. Something I'm heavily focused on is I'm building spaces and workshops for people of different dynamics and backgrounds to get together and have these complex conversations. Specifically working on skills around self-advocacy, rationalizing through complex emotions, articulating complex emotions, so we can get to a better place with this social evolution together.